8:10 and 45 degrees this morning. It is Monday. Can't do much about that, but we can say good morning and welcome to my guest now. Heather Bell Meyer is here from the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. Good morning.
Good morning, Kate. How are you on this fine March spring day?
Oh, pretty good. I hear you just got back from vacation.
I did. I did. I like my winter vacations in a warm weather climate and then coming back to, mid 50s, low 60s. It kind of breaks up that winter doldrum.
Not so bad at all, yes. But now that you're back, I bet you have some chores to do, some projects to jump into with the chamber. So
Oh, sure. You got to jump back in with both feet and make like you never actually took any time off. So we kicked off today with our restaurant week, our very first taste of OCNY Chamber members. We will be doing this 4 times throughout the year, highlighting our members that are food and beverage, not just restaurants, but all of our food and beverage members. So this week, if you watch, there'll be a social blitz all week long for our members in the north part of the county, highlighting their excellent venue, their food, their fare, and just really bringing a lot of attention to that industry that, as you know, was really, really impacted by the pandemic, and really has struggled to bounce back. As much as we see new restaurants and breweries and taverns opening, there's just as many closing, and so we as the chamber know that we need to help that industry be a little bit more visible to our audience.
and you have information on that on your website?
We sure do, and on all of our social pages, so
I
orangeny.com, and then we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on Instagram.
I knew I could count on you to have it there. You have a very active website. Yes, orangeny.com.
Thank you. Yeah, we try.
So, some of the other things that you can see on the Orange County Chamber's website is your annual Chamber's Choice Gala.
Oh, we are so excited about this. So we are less than a month away. No, actually, one day is a month away. So April 5th. And we're almost sold out. So I think we have like 60 individual tickets left and only a handful of sponsorships left. So if you've kind of been dragging your feet saying, yeah, I'll get to it, I think you should get to it because the last 2 years we sold out just barely a month in advance.
And you put on a good party.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah.
dancing, there's
We,
food.
yeah, you've been to it. So that we pre-record all of the acceptance speeches. So trust me, your gown's not going to get wrinkled sitting in the chair all night. Look, the chamber is all about connections. And so, all of the acceptance speeches and, uh, videos are done during dinner. And most will know that I say this all the time. By the time your fork hits your plate, the party starts. So as soon as dinner is over, the party starts, and that's what it is all night. And I have to give a huge shout out to Tamara Hara, our VP here. She really puts together a quality committee, and it is a amazing evening.
And you'll be honoring Jimmy Smith of Advanced Testing.
We are. So we started Champion of the Chamber 4 years ago when I took over. We felt that this was needed. It used to be Person of the Year, but we wanted to put some parameters and criteria around it, and we wanted it to be somebody that has historically been very active and engaged in the chamber, but continues to be. So we honored Josh Summers the first year. And then we honored Ellen Seidman, Donna Cornell, and then this year we're honoring Jimmy Smith.
Mm. And let me
Jimmy's amazing. He really is. Anybody that knows him will say that. I've never heard anybody utter a cross word about Jimmy Smith. He was
absolutely.
he himself an entrepreneur. I love hearing the story about him driving around in his station wagon. And he supports many, many other business ventures. He's helped many businesses in this county get started. So, and he has been a long time supporter of this chamber.
Always a smile on his face and always ready to help. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's great.
You'll also be letting people know where the best places to work in Orange County are.
That's right. Again, something that we started a couple years ago. We felt, it was really our duty as the Chamber of Commerce to rise to the occasion of the workforce crisis with labor, but also to highlight those members that have employees that really are so passionate about going to work there every day, and they constitute longevity within their practice, and so we said we're going to change the criteria for this too. It's going to be a narrative. It's not going to be a popularity contest. And we internally at the chamber are not going to judge it. It's going to be judged by our staffing partners. Because who better to say we're reading a narrative? Well, yeah, this is one of the best places to work. And they also know because they're placing people all the time or hearing people coming from jobs that, they particularly don't want to be in anymore. So we leave that to the professionals and they tell us. So this year, Medline is best place to work corporate. I have personally visited with the employees at Medline and heard of people that have worked there upwards of 20 plus years. And they just cultivate such a great environment for their employees. So excellent, excellent place to work. And then small business, here's health staffing and recruiting. And no, they were not involved in the judging this year.
Okay.
And then our nonprofit this year is Hudson Valley Cancer Resource Center. Again, another wonderful place to work. People just look forward to going there every day and doing the passionate work that they do to help people navigate through the system when they do get that cancer diagnosis.
Mm. So the Orange County Chamber of Commerce always has something going on. Most of the time it's business oriented, but sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's Italy. You want to talk about
Right,
that?
that's right. So many chambers do this nationwide. So people have asked, well, why is the chamber going to Italy? That makes no sense. I agree. It made no sense to me either. But talking to at the Chamber Alliance of New York State, talking to some of my colleagues, and understanding that this is the same thing that the gala is, the same thing that the golf outing is. It's called non-dues revenue. So you have what we call your investment is your membership dues. But really, the chamber really operates on non-dues revenue. That's really our operational costs. So there's this company, there's a couple of them. Excuse me, Kate. Indus Travel is taking us to Italy. There's a couple other companies out there, but our surrounding chambers that are close to us have used Indus, so we went with them. And we also tried to engage some of our local travel agencies years prior to see if we could do this. But these companies, it's almost like they have it at wholesale prices where our local travel agencies don't. So they really got us to a price where we could say, okay, yeah, we can deliver this to the community. And it's not just members, anybody can go. So we're going for 9 days to Rome, Assisi, Perugia, Siena, Florence, and then back to Rome. And it's very affordable. It's $3,149. That's double occupancy. If you want your own room, you have to add a little bit to that. And then we also partnered with our member Coach USA buses, and they're going to provide a coach bus down and back from the airport. I would love to have flown out of Stewart, but it just wasn't feasible. So we are flying out of Newark, another Port Authority airport. And that for $100, you can park for free here in Orange County. And then you can go down and back for $100. I mean, how convenient is that? Just walk out of customs, grab your bag, and your bus is waiting there.
Just like that. And this is in September, mid September of this year.
Yes, that is correct. We are going starting on September 17th for 9 days. And then there's excursions that you can add to it as well. It is a tour, but if you go on our website, orangeny.com, and you click on it, there's a whole brochure of information. In fact, you don't even need to talk to a person once you read through the brochure. It includes your accommodations, which are like 4 or 5 star here, daily breakfast, your airport transfers. There's actually a tour guide that meets us at the airport. So we're not standing there going, what do we do?
Mm.
transportation to all of those areas in Italy on a deluxe motor coach with air conditioning, our tour guide escort to all of those places. And then it's going to include your entrance fees to the Vatican and St. Peter's Basilica.
Oh, wow.
We'll go to St. Francis Basilica in Assisi. We'll go to the Academy Gallery in Florence. So yeah, there's quite a bit involved, but you're not being shuffled around like most people think a tour is. You're going to have a lot of your own time as well to explore and see what else you want to see as well.
Okay, wonderful. So people can find that information also on your website, orangeny.com. We need to take a quick break, but I know we have more to talk about. Heather Bell Meyer is with us from the Orange County Chamber of Commerce on Wall Radio. Yes, we are actually. It's 8:22, 45 degrees. And with me via Zoom this morning is Heather Bell Meyer, President and CEO of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce, which is a different kind of chamber than what some people would think of. Don't you agree, Heather?
Yeah. So we actually got compared to one of our local leaders said, you know, your chamber kind of borders on a hybrid chamber slash business council. And I took that as a real compliment. So because we do offer so much education and we do offer a lot of advocacy. So it's not just mixers and breakfast and ribbon cuttings. And if you're paying attention, you'll see that the educational component as well as the assistance for businesses. You know, if you're a business and you're teetering on that decision of, you know, should I consider closure? Before you even get to that point, call us. We have the resources to help you. And sometimes that is the hard decision that we'll help you get to. Yeah, this is probably your best decision, and we'll help you find the right resources to do that properly. But yeah, I've had so many businesses contact me and say, we're going out of business. We just can't do it anymore. And a couple of them we've actually helped stay in business.
Wow. That's the purpose of a chamber of commerce anyway, to help grow local business and to keep you going, to give you what you needed in the form of education and other assistance. A hand saying, let me help pull you up.
Correct. But, you know, common perception is breakfast, mixers, ribbon cuttings. You really have to delve into the rabbit hole and see that, you know, and there's a big difference between a regional chamber and a local chamber. You know, the local chambers, those are the ones that are putting on your Great American Weekend. God bless the Goshen Chamber. That is some task. But your regional chamber wouldn't do something like that.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I love the Goshen Chamber, by the way.
Yeah, they're great.
Hello. I hope they're listening. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Great partners, you know, and we host that roundtable that I talk about all the time too. We've had Monique Ducci as our liaison to the local chambers representing our chamber, and Frank Marino, our membership coordinator. He's now taking over that role in a couple months. And, you know, we're constantly working with our local chambers here in Orange County and saying, what do you need? What resources can we deliver to you? How can we help you be successful as well?
That's the whole idea. It's not let me tell you what to do. It's let's work together, and you will be able to figure out what you can do and what will work for you. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I know you also offer things like sexual harassment training, which is required every year by the state.
Sure. So we offer sexual harassment training twice a year. The state requires it to be interactive. What that means is that you need to be able to ask a question and get the question answered back to you. So the way that we host it is with Visions Human Resources. We do it virtually, but there is a requirement that your camera must be on. If your camera's off, you don't get the required documents that you completed the course. And Janet Giannetta from Vision Human Resources hosts it for us. And twice a year, our members for free, and this is a $1,500 value. So think about how much you pay for your membership, and you're getting this annually for free. Can join us and we will give you your sexual harassment, workplace harassment training. Um, what, and then you get all the documents that you need should the DOL come in and say, are you compliant?
Yeah, that's the important part. You do have to have everything written down. Everything has to be documented. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And another training. So we're constantly, keeping our members abreast of either, a bill that's passed or, something that's new that or changes to something that they need to be aware of, because you're running a business. You can't keep up with all that, right?
That's right.
So, and I've sat in that seat and that's a full-time job too. And you're saying to yourself, I just want to, perform my trade or, my service, whatever it may be. So who in the back end is doing that for you, making sure that you're compliant? And in this day and age, every time you turn around, somebody's getting sued. So that you want to make sure that your business is doing everything that you can to be compliant and, following the regulatory acts. So the Corporate Transparency Act, for example, we are hosting a business essentials workshop, which is exclusive for members. So most of what we do, we invite future members, but there are some things that are exclusive just to our members. So the Corporate Transparency Act is an act that basically you have to, even though your business is registered with the government, you still have to go into the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, and it's a department of the Treasury, and you have to register your business under beneficial ownership and tell them who owns this business. And basically, it's a way for them to limit or be able to capture tax fraud, money laundering, and financial terrorism, believe it or not. So it's just another way for the government to make sure that your business is legitimate.
Okay. Fair
So we
enough.
have Gary Schuster, who is, great friend of the chamber with J&G. He is going to deliver that topic and be there to answer questions on March 20th, interactively. And also Janet Giannetta is also joining us on that. That should be added to the creative shortly to go over the 1099 changes to 1099 schedules. So you need to make sure that if you have people working under 1099, you have to make sure that they really are not in the column of criteria that they should really be an employee. And so that was changed a couple of years ago, and now it's going back to the original criteria. And Janet's going to help us decipher that. And that's being brought to you by our corporate partners, Legoland, PKF O'Connor Davies, J&G Law, and Central Hudson. And that's our Business Essential series that we offer monthly.
Man, there is so much stuff that you have to do and memorize and follow, or else. And it's a
Yeah.
big or else sometimes, but that's why chamber membership does make such a difference. If you're not sure, you can pick up the phone and call Heather. But
That's right. That's right. And then, just coming up on the half hour that we have, just want to shout out our March membership meeting. We're having it at a new location, Bear Mountain Inn. And a great topic, something that we've delivered before on. And Dan DePew is doing us the honor of hosting it again. We're going to be talking about design and construction in Orange County. We have Susan Wright with MGI, Joseph Menuda with Menuda Architecture, Dominic Cordisco with Drake Loeb, and Patrick Moore with Baxter Built, who's going to be our panel. And we're excited to deliver that. And then finally, our March mixer is going to be, why not, our St. Patty's Day mixer at Sweeney's Irish Pub.
oh, well, can't get better than that. That's good. And
And
we
you can
have,
find all of this at orangeny.com. Go to the events tab and click on chamber events.
thank you so much for being here today. We look forward to talking to you every month. Heather Bell Meyer, President and CEO of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce on Wall Radio. It's 8:31. Let's do a news update.